Real test, no countdown, no 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s. We're just gonna jump right in. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it work. Ahoy, Malloy! Welcome to Let's Talk About Movies. So I am doing a post theater first impressions, first review. Like, this isn't the full review. This is just like how I feel about the movie plus spoilers. Because when I do the review, that's more edited, takes more time. So I found if I want to get on top of SEO and engagement and impressions, blah blah blah, I got to do this quick thing. So this is like a quick rambling thing. I'm Decipher. Welcome to CPG. I talk movies, I talk video games, I talk comics, TV shows, anything that's nerdy, anything that I find interesting, I talk about. And today, or tonight if you're watching this live, we're talking about Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. So if you've watched one of these before, the last one I did was for Tarot, or Tarot, if you're nasty. Hold on, my voice. Excuse me. You guys don't want to hear that. I'm getting a little sick. Had some kids around me, coughing in my face. Horrible. All you gotta do is what I was going to say. Leave a comment, and I'll have you in the special thanks. That's what it was I forgot in the last video of Tarot. So if you drop a comment just to say, hey, I'm here, hi, in the credits or in the description when this movie review does drop, I'll add you in there as a special thanks. Just to, say thank you for joining this thing. All right, so the first thing I like to do is talk about budget. So let's go over budget of this movie. Before we even get into our thoughts, I like to just give you facts and little tidbits about the movie. And if you hear my keys clacking, don't worry about it. I like them, so I got them to clack. I want the noise. So see if you can guess, before I type it in, what was the budget of this movie. You have the trailer to work with to your right. You have the poster on your left. That won't tell you the budget at all. You have the little cartoon figure of me, Decipher, saying subscribe. That's just for motivation. Tell me in the comments, what do you think the budget of this proposed movie is? And I give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. $168 million. That was the budget for this film. Now let's see what it's currently sitting at in its box office. It is at... Oh, I'm getting phone vibrations. Don't worry about that. Put my phone on silent. Sorry, folks. I am looking up the box office for Furiosa. Never just a clear answer, huh? We go on Wikipedia. Wikipedia got me. How's everyone doing tonight if you're watching live, or today if you're just watching whenever you're ready? All right, I got that box office ready for you. Getting that typed in now. You had plenty of time to guess. What do you think the current box office is at time of recording? Well, I'll tell you. It is about 71 million. So this movie right now is a bomb, a flop. Not doing great, not doing so hot in the movie. Well, I'm gonna tell you, spoilers ahead. I enjoyed this movie. I do have some thoughts, and we're gonna get into those real soon. What's next? Oh, who are the main characters and how did I feel about them? So the main characters were pretty much Anna Taylor-Joy. That's who you see up top right there in the center. And then on our left we have Chris Hemsworth, Anna Taylor-Joy again in the middle, and on the right we have somebody who played Immortan Joe. I liked it. I liked all the characters. I liked the acting. I liked the performances. This was not a drama, so don't go in thinking that you're in for a tearjerker. Now I'll say, going to spoilers, like I said, directly at the end, this movie must have thought it was poignant, like reflective, like a Metal Gear. And I'll get to explaining that reference too, because at the end the villain, or the hero and the villain, kind of have a conversation with each other, just a word or two, and I'm like, I thought you just was trying to get your clap back, like bow. I did all this spinning the block to come get you, and now I'm having words with you. So I figured they had a little slow moment because they wanted it to be a little bit more, poignant, like, hey, why'd you do this? I feel this way about certain things. I'm still, again, avoiding spoilers, and that's just my nature, but I'm not trying to avoid spoilers. Just know I am trying to spoil it. The main character, gets Chris Hemsworth character has him dead to rights, and instead of just instantly killing him, he's just like, I want my childhood back that you took from me. And then they having a whole dialogue about, oh, you can't live in the past, blah blah blah. It wasn't exactly that. I'm obviously just paraphrasing, but yeah, that was my thoughts on that. Chris Hemsworth was having a blast in this movie. You could tell he was playing a just scummy, crummy crummy guy. And Anya, if you say her name correctly, Anya Taylor-Joy, she was good in this movie as well. At first, without seeing the movie, I was like, dang, man, why didn't they have Charlize Theron reprise her role? But then watching this movie, I'm like, oh no, this was good. I'm fine with this. Because it was a younger version of her. I mean, I probably would have still liked to see Charlize Theron, if I'm saying her name right, but I was good with this. This was fine. It wasn't as bad as people probably made it out to see. And actually, I might add a little segment to this video where I actually go on Reddit to see what are some of the things that people wanted to say or that people said about this movie. Let me get into my notes now. So, getting that pulled up. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to say is this was like a movie because it was more of a, what's the word, auteur? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm trying to sound fancy. It didn't feel like again, I like the MCU, but it didn't feel like a dumbed down MCU thing. And I was like, maybe I like my dumbed down MCU things better. To be honest, this was good, but it was also had some moments where I just felt like it was too long. I'm just being honest. I felt like it got a little bit too long in the tooth. It's a little bit too long in the tooth. I usually type in my notes, but I'm gonna just go through it quickly. I want to try to see if I can keep these videos at 10 minutes. It looks like I'm at 6 minutes, which I don't even see how I got there that fast. 7 minutes. Anyway, I would say the best part was the middle-ish of the movie, which a long time to get to the middle of the movie, and I'm hoping that was the middle, where you get this long convoy hijacking scene. You can see it kind of here in this trailer, and I was like, oh, this is the action stuff I'm talking about. This is what I wanted to see. The action was great. This is an action movie, and the action was great. I heard some people complaining about the CGI. Y'all need to shut up. That's it. That's what I'm gonna say. Y'all need to shut up. The CGI was not bad. It was not bad at all. There were some spots where it's like, oh, okay, I could tell that was CGI, or I could guess and assume that was CGI, but the CGI wasn't bad. Y'all too particular. Y'all want PS5 PC fidelity graphics. Like, chill. Slow down. Just enjoy the movie. It was not like The Flash. And by the way, I'm on record saying that I didn't mind The Flash's CGI. So it's just an unattainable standard. People be like, oh my god, it gotta look like it was real. Like, you need to actually throw a dead body off a car. Which, whatever. This movie was full of crazy ass action. It was full of death, quick deaths. Some deaths were slow. I don't even think so. Yeah, some slow deaths. Like, it was blood. They kind of toned down the gore, which was good. I don't want to say toned down because that would imply that the other movies had toned down gore or had high gore, but I don't really recall them. I hit my mic just for a second. Hit the mic boom. But yeah, it was not too much gore. So if somebody died, it was like a quick, clean kill, maybe a bullet, pow, you're dead, or got run over by a car. But when it comes to cutting people open and seeing the innards, it didn't really do that. So you don't really have to turn your head too much. There was some scenes that were implied gore, where they might chain you and rip your body parts open, or rip your limbs off. Like, they'll chain you to 5 different bikes, so you have your head and your arms and your legs all in separate bikes chained up, and they'll drive fast and just rip it, but they'll show like a smoke cloud and then a limb coming down with not too much blood. So it was good in the gore department. So if you're squeamish, you don't have to worry about nothing. Like I said, Chris Hemsworth was having way too much fun in this movie, and then actually I talked about how it tried to be poignant at the end. So those are all my notes. Would I recommend this movie to others? I would say yes. If you like action movies, definitely. Obviously, if you don't like action movies, I wouldn't recommend this to you. But for general audiences, yeah, I'd say go check this out. You don't even need to have seen the previous ones, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. It's all good. Overall, definitely a good movie. Go see it. It's mad entertaining. If you're a person who likes the MCU type stuff and you'll get bored fast, then yeah, the first hour might be a little bit slower for you, but it's because it's developing the character, it's developing the movie, and it's one of those things where when I watch a movie, I'm like, oh, they should have added all of the scenes, and this added all of the scenes. You get to see like this character, Furiosa, who I'm talking about, actually develop, and that's what I like about a movie. It makes a movie boring, I've noticed, And I don't mind it because this is the type of stuff that I asked for. So I'm not going to be like, oh, I want more scenes to see how this character actually got to this point and then cry about it. No, 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 no. I'm happy and I'm fine, but I understand that the casual audience would have been like, damn, you should have just cut all this out and went straight to the part where she fighting. Then they would have been like, well, damn, how did she even get these skills? How did she just survive this desert wasteland and get to this point where she's a badass? So I'm good with that. I'm not answering how did the movie compare to others in this genre because I can't think of anything like that. I would say this is a good film. I don't know about add to your collection. So I don't remember what my tier list is right now. So I'm gonna just say this is a good film, no texting required. I don't know if you necessarily add this to your collection unless you're a Mad Max fan. Then of course, why wouldn't you? But if you're just a casual movie fan, you probably wouldn't add this to your collection because you're too casual. But if you're a collector of Blu-rays and you really love something that's visually good, this was visually good. I'm trying to remember Fury Road. That's the movie that chronologically takes place before this, but theatrically released. No, sorry. Chronologically, it takes place after this movie, but theatrically, it released before this movie. So the movie released in 2015, but it's the direct follow-up to the ending of this movie. If you didn't know, Furiosa is a prequel. And I was trying to remember because I was trying to watch Furiosa before I went to the movies, but I thought Furiosa might have looked visually better. Like maybe they used more, more real stuff, more real props versus CGI. But since I can't remember, I won't put that on record anywhere saying. And then the final score, I don't know if I would go 8 out of 10. Let me just pull up a helpful reminder. I use if you ever want to know what my review scale is kind of based on, I use the IGN review scale, which is funny because it's for gaming reviews, but the name still makes sense. So like a 10 would be a masterpiece, 9 is amazing, 8 is great. Oh, I'm going 7.5 because it's 7.5 or 8. Let me think about it. This is the end of the video, folks. I'm just thinking about what I'm scoring this. Probably an 8. But see, it does have slow moments, and I know I gotta think about that for my casual fans. Maybe 7.75. That's too picky. I'm gonna just round up and give it the 8 for real. Because it is great. It's a great movie. But I could see, like, maybe the casual audience. When I think of casual audience, I think of, like, some of my friends. My wife will probably be like, I mean, it's a little bit slower. I'll go 7.5. I'm going to keep it fair, 7.5, because I can understand why casuals aren't checking for it. It's not a hot franchise because they waited so long. So people were, this is, again, video's over, folks. If you just want to hear me ramble and stay, but if not, you're all good. See you in the next one. Love you. Bye. But this is just me rambling about the movie theater or the box office industry this year. It's not blowing up. It's not hot. No movie has touched $1 billion yet. We'll see what Deadpool and Wolverine will do. But I just think that people weren't really checking for a Mad Max movie. Like, you waited almost 10 years. So Mad Max Fury Road, or Fury Road, Mad Max Story, whatever it's called, came out in 2015. It is now 2024, 9 years later, and you're coming out with a prequel sequel. Why would you do that? You're supposed to do that within 5 years when people actually are thinking about this franchise. 9 years is a long time. Someone's graduated high school, moved on to college, yada, yada, yada. You're in a whole different time space, life space. You ain't thinking about this. So they just took too long to get this sequel going. That's it for this video. I don't really got much else, and I hate long videos. So thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys.